Totally did. Yourself.
Oh.
Channel. Wait, no. It's. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Hi, how are ya?
Shout out to Jeffree Star because he makes the best palettes ever. Shout out to him. Subscribe to his channel. It'll be link in the description.
Today's video, as Gwenny said, we are going to dive into the Morphe by Jeffree Star Artistry palette.
And of course, he has the iconic names of the words of his intro. We don't have just this palette, but she has multiple palettes from Jeffree Star to
Bloodlust, Blue Blood.
There's quite a bit.
Quite a few. But collection is growing, and Jeffree Star, much love.
But anyway, it's going to be like a Q&A video, question and answer, but about Jeffree Star and what we know about him, and we'll probably like judge or just off topic. But she, when I saw that one for the first time, she's like, guess how heavy this is? And it's like hollow in the inside, so it's super light, but it seems really heavy, like a really heavy hairbrush or something.
Fantastic quality.
So, we're going to dive into some questions and whatever we have. But hold on. We're going to probably talk about some tea. I hope there's no controversy in the comments.
Oh, there's always tea about Jeffree.
No tea, sis.
We should talk about how Shane's conspiracy palette got taken down off. Was it off Morphe?
Yes.
And so, do you know any bits and pieces about that?
From what I understand, they are saying Shane Dawson has had some leakage as far as his past YouTube videos with younger children, and now they are wanting to get him kicked off of YouTube. There is tea between the video on Tati Westbrook and James Charles, and they're saying that Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson were behind it all, and it is, as they say, Dramageddon Part 3.
It's like, it goes in waves of like drama, but like being quarantined, people and the fans and like the people that know them have like all the time on their hands, but we know bits and pieces of it, but we'll get into that when we start doing the makeup. So what's the first thing we have to do?
First thing I do is primer. My skin doesn't tolerate liquid foundation, so I choose to use powder foundation.
Do you usually use concealer? I did have concealer on us, so that was a good thing. So we're just going to be answering some questions and stuff. We'll go back and forth with the concealer and stuff. So when we were watching the video cremated, I thought of an idea. With this, well, of course, with any palette he has, you can do pretty much any look, and it always has a backstory to something.
Yes.
And I wanted to see if I can do gothic, because I like gothic stuff, and she can try to do more colorful type look.
Jeffree always has a story behind each palette he creates, provides.
Wait, it's the cat.
You know, there are so many.
Oh! Do not click stop recording.
Don't click stop recording.
The beauty industry needs more people such as Jeffree understand that struggle with weight and their image does not pass judgment. You know, he is non-judgmental and creates his palettes, his products in general, for everyone to get something out of, to create a look.
Inspires them or Jeffree or anyone. And with the palettes, of course, like the one thing is that's really important. He's very not judgmental. He will accept really anyone of like what they look like. They know they can, I guess, use the palette. Sometimes people use Jeffree Star's palettes to give them confidence.
Yes. on a positive side. They use it for art. Their
creative side.
Creative side. They're always creating new looks, not only for themselves but for other people, and that's the great thing about the beauty industry, is that it's forever changing, and it is, forever, changing, and there's always new things coming out and new looks and new products. And the one thing about Jeffree Star is that he is very transparent about testing products and his likes and dislikes, and the transparency that he has is, you just can't fault him for that,
It's like doing makeup.
Yes. Back to it. Concealer?
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys can always skip to the video if you want, so you can really see what we're doing. As an influencer, because it's like very entertaining. I remember it went live, and it was about to meet the winner of the most influencer, and my internet went out right when they were about to announce it.
Oh, not the time, sis. Not the time.
But anyway, what's the next step?
Okay, concealer's done, and now a lot of times makeup artists, they do setting powder.
Or they usually call it baking.
Or baking powder to set the concealer in.
And I heard it like brightens it.
Yes. And so we will do that.
Then we can just dip it into it.
Right.
Different brushes.
So we will get...
It's almost like baby powder.
Yes. The Revolution Makeup Luxury Baking Powder. That's what... I don't have any... Jeffree Star brushes, sorry.
Sushi.
So working on that. All Over Powder Brush by Mary Kay.
A little bit about James Charles. That little funny fellow.
James he's a good guy. I know him and Jeffree have done
a collab. A shade that was a bit lighter for me because I'm a ghost, and that's just what it is.
A lot of the times makeup artists use their blending bud for foundation applications, or they use a brush. However, I just use a sponge that comes with the pressed powder itself. Seems to work pretty well for me. He said regardless of when he brought it out,
it was because most of this makeup can expire.
See, there's a little
pot thing.
little can look-alike thing, and it says right here,
the last 2 years?
It says
or 2 months.
12M, which means 12 months. I, for one, I blush cheeks, my nose, a little on the top of my forehead, and on my chin.
For a look like this, sometimes like if I'm like really in a rush, I'll just pack on blush and put mascara on. I'm not even joking.
Okay. I'm not quite sure. Haven't learned all my brushes yet.
Yeah, some people are just like, this is the 1 point something.
Right. This is the Morphe R36.
I'm pretty much done, but not all the way. Look for we ended up not filming for like about like how many minutes? Like 25-ish, 30 minutes.
Yeah, we completed the eye look.
So all we have is of course, she did more colorful and I did more gothic type look, but not to go back to Jeffree's past or whatever. He did some crazy stuff with his hair and makeup and stuff. So explain what you did here on yours.
I did a pink look.
She did like a gradient like I did with the shimmers and stuff.
A transition shade, I used 1985.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the other shade, I used Self-Made. And then for the inner corner, I used 2. And then for the center, I used Don't Know Her.
And then for mine, I only used 2 different shades. What is the tea? I ended up using the darkest color, which was Fast Lane, right?
Yes.
Fast Lane. And then as a shimmer, I ended up using Custom Rims, which was like the simplest ones. They were just right next to each other. I'm like, you know what, I should just do it. So that was the Jeffree Star palette for Morphe X. I'll put his link in the description below. And yeah, she's got up. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Bye.